Thank you so much for coming back. We're here with Miss Eshe, sitting here chatting it up on the Sir Ty Experience. Right before we left, you were telling us about your love for dance. And here we see Spiritual Feet Dance Ministry of Solomon's Porch Ministry.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about you direct, you mentor.
Yes. Spiritual Feet was birthed, about 13 years ago now. Yeah, so our ministry, when it first started, I was literally sick and I had the flu.
Wow.
And a vision came to me. I was in the tub and it was like, I heard God say, start a dance ministry.
Wow.
And I said, okay. So I called my pastor and was like, I want to start a dance ministry. Is that okay with you? And so we started off with 4. Then it went to 7, then it went to 10, then it went to 30, and it fluctuates, throughout the years. But I love the kids. I love it. And I'm over the performing arts ministry at my church, so we do plays, we dance, we do all kinds of stuff, So we just love creating, and I encourage the kids to create.
Okay.
So a lot of times I'll let them do things, and after a while, hopefully they'll be the leaders, of the ministry. You know what I mean? So I'm just raising up leaders.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So did that kind of lead you into working with Juanita Bynum with the Threshing Floor Conference?
That was a whole deep situation. She actually, my first lady, her name is Gwyneth Mosby. Hey, Gwyneth. But Gwyneth is oh my gosh, she's an amazing makeup artist.
Yeah.
When I say she's done everybody, like everybody. And she was my very first makeup artist.
Wow.
And she's my spiritual mom now. And she was doing Prophetess Bynum at the time. And so, and she still does her. And she says, she told Prophetess about me. And Prophetess came to the church to see me dance.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, she came to see me dance. And I think I danced to CeCe Winans. It was CeCe's record. The praise and worship CD she had. It was the Throne Room.
Yes.
And so,
the whole thing.
And I never forget, because I had just had my daughter, and Prophetess is funny. So she comes in and she sees me dance. She said, She said, well, you know what? You're going to be my dance teacher, because if you was a little bitty thing up in here twirling around like that, I would have walked out. But the fact that you thick and you dancing like that, I said, you funny.
Yeah.
So from that point, she asked me to do the threshing floor. And that was an amazing experience. I choreographed for over 100 dancers.
Wow.
And it was amazing. And it all happened in a span of maybe 3 weeks. I'm still getting threshed, and that happened years ago. Okay. Because it was crazy.
Yeah.
But that's how I met Prophetess Bynum, through my first lady, Gwyneth.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and it's been amazing, because from that I work with Micah Stampley.
Okay.
And I got a chance to do a lot of things in the Christian arena.
Got you.
Which was interesting and different. So I wasn't the artist. I was just a choreographer. And then also Prophetess did a play that went on the road for a very brief moment. And I did that as well.
Awesome.
So God is good.
Oh, yes, all the time. So going to Arrested Development again, about, I guess, I don't say the breakup or the split or why no more music? Could you tell maybe us in the audience like what happened?
Well, the group broke up back in '94. Just everybody was just tired, and it was just time back then. And we just wanted to do different things. So during that season, I actually got into artist development and management at that time, and I was still dancing and just learning myself, because I was still a very young woman. I was only like 19 or 20, so still trying to find myself. So then the group got back together. We tried to unite in like '98. I was the one, I called everybody and was like, look, we need to come on back and do some music. Quit playing. And so, and then some members decided not to come back, some of the original people then. And I want to say '99, we officially got back together, did records and stuff. But I have been in the group since maybe I was 13, so like 24, 25 years, something like that. And last year, 2012, February, was my last tour with the group.
Wow.
And it was just time, because no bad blood. It was just God has put so many other
Exactly.
things in me, and it's time for me. That season was
Yeah,
up for me.
exactly.
And so I closed that door, and I'm on a new journey now. So it's all love. I
Yeah.
actually have an event that's coming up in May that I'm doing with speech. So,
Okay.
he understood. So, I was the first to come and the last to leave.
Stop playing.
Seriously.
Wow.
Yep, I was the last of the original members. So he's the only one of an original member that's left in the group.
Before we go and talk about your solo
Yes.
venture, I want to talk about this is a question actually from Facebook from Michael Fleming. His
Hey,
question
Michael.
was chosen from Facebook. He wants to know the Arrested Development show was, I guess, in production, and how was that? We heard about a lawsuit kind of took place, pretty much took the name. So what happened with that whole monster?
It's so crazy. I didn't even know anything about it myself. I knew they had a show called Arrested Development. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, they named it after the group, after us,
Yeah.
But a lot of people that were fans of the show had no idea about the group Arrested Development, the hip hop group. And so Speech owns the name, and Headliner, the two founding members, and so they sued them. And I don't know what the settlement was because they own the name.
Gotcha.
And so they settled out of court. And not long after that, I think the show went off air.
Wow.
But I hear they're doing a movie,
Really?
Arrested Development movie.
All right.
Yeah,
They
that's what
better
I
make sure
heard.
y'all have your papers in order.
Yeah, the Speech is coming after you.
Okay. So you guys also got a chance to do a show with Nelson Mandela.
Oh, man,
Was
yes.
that like a surreal experience
Oh my
for
gosh.
you guys?
Oh my gosh. That was amazing. It was he had just been released from prison not too long, before I met him, and he become president of South Africa. And I never forget, we were in this stadium. I guess they did soccer or something there. And it was like all these people came from all these villages. I mean, in different communities. And they came and they started singing, and it was like the most beautiful. It was like angels singing.
Yeah, wow.
Because all these people was like they never knew each other.
Yeah.
They didn't know each other. All these different tribes, and they were singing in, I'm talking harmony,
Yeah.
unit. I was like, and tears just flowing. And so Nelson Mandela comes up, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, that's Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
Like I'm really standing in front of. That's Nelson Mandela. And then he reaches out and he shakes my hand. His hands are massive. Wow. And so I was like, I don't even think I said anything. I was just like, I can't believe
Just
this
in
is
awe.
Nelson
Yeah.
Mandela.
Wow.
That's like meeting Malcolm or Martin.
Yeah.
I was like, this is Nelson. I mean, I still like pinch myself like I met Nelson Mandela. How many people can actually say they stood in his presence?
Yes. Yeah.
And then he began to speak. I mean, I think that whole day, the whole group, we were just quiet because just to see the people in the village, they were so happy. They were crying.
Yeah.
And it was powerful. But UNICEF brought us over there, and we did this concert for the people of South Africa, and it was amazing. But it was really strange because during that time, apartheid was still very fresh. So the black, in South Africa, I don't know if you know, they have the Afrikaners are the Caucasians.
Okay.
The colored people will be considered us.
Okay, gotcha.
Because we have a mix, we're mixed up. And then you have the Africans that are pure Africans. Right.
Yeah.
And so it was crazy because you would talk to the people and say, well, how was it like, how do you guys feel free? They wouldn't talk about it. It was still very much so they felt because what it was a bondage of the mind and the spirit and the soul. So the fact that it was abolished and ended didn't mean that it was still that mindset. And and I was like, when I saw that, I said it's gonna take generations for that to be gone. Yeah. And so I went back like 14 years later, and it was a whole nother South Africa.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, because you really didn't see black people on TV or nothing. I was like, this is deep. Wow. And it was interesting. I mean, I will never forget those experiences. I mean, it forever changed my life, for real.
Awesome.
Yeah, so.
So now here we are.
Yes.
The solo career.
Yes.
Miss Eshe is doing her own thing.
Right.
So tell us about, what sparked this interest, and like you said, you have so much going on that you
Right.
felt that, hey, it's your time.
Right,
So
right.
give us a little light into
It's
that.
so funny because I've always kind of wanted to do a solo project because a lot of people would say, do you sing? Do you do this? Do you do that? And I was like, over the years I would do things, but then I would either the group would come about and that would take up my time, or I was sewing into other artists that I was working with. So I always would put myself on the back burner.
Hey, I've been waiting ages for you.
I made it here, right?
I come from the only known solar system with 2 twin planets, each with its own and opposite gravity. Now, in our world, it's possible to fall up and to rise down.
3 thieves from down below arrested last week, raising interworld tensions.
We don't go down to their world, and we certainly don't want them coming up to ours.
We observe a full separation between worlds. There's to be no contact with those up top.
Imagine if we could go anywhere we wanted to.
Morning, please.
Come on, come on, come on.
Quick, get him!
Please, no!
Contact her again, and it will cost you your life.
I need your help.
These weights will hold you down in their world. Take them off when you want to come back.
Edith, I can't believe it.
Everybody up against the wall.
I gotta go.
No.
I'll find you.
Stop him!
Border police have launched a massive manhunt for the fugitive.
You're gonna go out there and you're gonna get yourself killed.
If I could just give my life some kind of hope, then I'm gonna do it.
Gravity. They say you can't fight it. Well, I disagree. What if love was stronger than gravity?
Hey, and welcome back to the Certai Experience. So honored, like I said again, to have Miss Eshe sitting next to me.
I'm honored to be here.
Let me tell you something. Y'all should be here between the breaks because we having some deep, dedicated conversations and a crew getting involved. I'm bringing her back and her manager for the table talk because we have some stuff that we need to talk about. So, yeah. So let's ask you this question about going solo, the solo career. So tell us a little bit about that and what made you, want to make that move.
I mean, for me, I had been in the group for so long, 24, 25 years. So I just wanted to do something different. It was time for me to branch out on my own. And no bad blood with the group or anything. And I praise God, actually, for my time with Arrested Development because it gave me my foundation. And it opened up my mind because traveling around the world, meeting all these amazing people, it just opened me up more as an artist. And so when I joined the group, I was so young. So now I'm like, I'm a grown woman.
Okay.
And I want to talk about grown woman things,
Yeah.
sometimes. So, a part of me, I'm definitely cultural and still Black Power, the whole thing, but sometimes I like to be sexy and talk about love and heartbreak and all of those things. So, I'm excited about this new journey.
Awesome.
And I'm also writing a book.
Okay.
And writing for other people.
Yeah.
I do artist development. I also do mentoring, as we spoke about earlier. So I stay busy. I do choreography, dancing. I still do all of that, but I'm just doing it on my terms now. When I want to do it, how I want to do it, and I enjoy it. So if I feel like making a song, I make a song. If I don't feel like making a song, I don't do it, and I just release music when I want to, and because I'm doing it independently.
Yeah.
It's just. It just, when I feel like I'm in the flow of it.
That's it. That's beautiful, beautiful. So tell us about the new single,
Yes.
You Make Me Wanna.
Yes, well, it's called You Make Me Wanna, produced by Mamba Nua, my Japanese brother. And it's featuring actor, poet, Omari Hardwick.
Yeah.
So that was an amazing experience. I saw Omari on YouTube, and I was like, oh, he's a cutie. Then I actually saw his work as a poet, and I said, he's a cutie that's talented. Yeah. So that I said, when I saw his poetry work, I said, I want to do a record with him.
Wow.
And so we went in and did You Make Me Wanna, and it came out beautifully.
Yes,
so
yes.
I'm grateful. Thank you, Omari.
And you got to see the video, like it is the chemistry and everything,
yes.
how they came together.
He gave me a real acting lesson, okay?
It was really good, really good, really good.
Thank you,
really
thank
good.
you so much. Yeah, we had a lot of fun during that video. You know, he's from Georgia. He's from Decatur.
Yeah.
So he came to Atlanta to do it with me.
Yeah.
And we shot it, and it was just real organic. We had a great time. And we were very, very much so like a couple that day. You know what I mean? So he's a method actor.
Gotcha.
So he definitely had his method on.
Hands-on experience. Yeah.
So he was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. And we just have natural chemistry. Like if he walked in the room right now, I don't know what it is. We just have the natural chemistry, but we're only friends. For real. You know how they say in Hollywood, we're just friends. No, we are really friends. So no, he's really cool.
So tell us about your writing for other artists. I know you did something for Angie Stone.
Yes.
On your album.
I was so blessed with the opportunity. Actually, my assistant, Quinn Ward here, he introduced me to this amazing producer named Demond. And it was some years back, actually. And he met me, and he was like, okay, we're going to work together, whatever, someday. So Quinn calls me one day, you want to write for Angie Stone? I was like, yeah. And so I go to the studio, and it was really fun. We had, honestly, I didn't know the song was going to make a record. I just was doing it because I was like, this is fun. This is Angie Stone, a new experience. You know? So I brought one of my friends in to be a part of it. And I get a call one day, and I never forget, I'm driving. And I got the call and said, okay, are you with ASCAP or BMI or CSAC? When you get those questions, you know, you're like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, and then he says, and what's your legal name? I said, what? I said, you know, why are you asking me these questions?
Yeah.
I said, just want to know.
Yeah.
He said, the song made the album. Man, my car started.
Wow.
The people in front of me was like, what's wrong with this crazy black woman? It was so funny. My daughter and my mom was like, they were screaming. It was crazy. So it was a blessing. And to be able to buy a hard copy of that record and see my name on there, I was like, wow. Amazing. So thank you, Miss Angie Stone. Thank you, Demond.
And
was
Quinn
great.
Star.
Yeah, it was great. Quinn, of course. Quinny. Yes.
Cool. Okay, so tell us any future collaborations, maybe Dion Farris or people, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I would love to work with numerous artists. Anthony Hamilton is one of my faves.
Okay.
And Common. And I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. I actually would love to work with Smokey Robinson.
Okay.
I think he's an amazing songwriter, and the fact that he did all the Motown stuff is just, I just want to be in his presence and just get some of that right. How you do? Let me get some of that off of you. And I mean, that would just be an honor. And of course, Miss Dion, you know, we're friends. So I would love to do something with Dion. So awesome. Definitely.
Okay, so what are some of your future goals? You said that you still wanted to do some more stuff. So.
Yeah. Movies, I would love to do more movies. Okay. And I did a movie called Gorgeous Night, an independent film. That was really cool. And thank you, Jabril and Nicole, for that original film. And I would love to do, you know, some commercials, some TV stuff. Because I've done some extra work and that whole feature extra, and that was really cool. That was fun. And I really would love to do more writing for artists, because I like writing for other people. I like hearing their story and making their vision come to life. I love that. Of course, my mentoring. I'll be putting out some more music. Awesome. And I mean, you know what? At this point, the sky's the limit. I'm like, God, whatever it is you want me to do, because only he knows.
Okay.
Truly, I can have an idea. This is what I want, and I want to do this and do that. But God's like, no, I'm going to take you left, and I'm going to take you right. Because if it was up to me, I thought I was going to be a lawyer.
Wow.
I was going to be a lawyer or either dance for Alvin Ailey. That's what I wanted to do. But he said, no. You're going to be in a hip-hop group named Arrested Development.
You know, he had it all mapped out.
Right, and it just went another way, you know. So the things that I thought I was going to be doing, I'm not doing. You know what I mean? So God had another plan, but I'm just open. So just infinite possibilities.
Awesome.
Definitely.
So this show is about dreams and
Yes.
about journey and
Yes.
about the possibility of inspiring someone to get to their next dimension in life.
Okay.
So what advice, this many experiences that you've had, what would you want to give, let's say, an artist or a potential actress or a person that writes music or dance? What would you want to say to encourage them and say, hey, you can make it, you know, stick in there.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Well, I would say, number one, first of all, know who you are, know yourself. Don't let anyone make you feel less than.
Yeah.
You got to know that the talent that you possess is yours, and it can be nurtured. You are the gatekeeper to that.
Okay.
So if you don't nurture that, whatever level you stop on, that's where it's going to be. And I would say, know your stuff. If you want to dance, learn all the styles you can. Like if you say, I want to be a ballet dancer, do whatever you have to do to just be a ballet dancer or hip hop, whatever you choose to do. Just, you have to be a person, you know, that's serious about what you're doing, passionate. You got to be passionate. Don't go do it for the money. Because if you do it for the money, you're going to get caught up in so many wrong things, because when you start doing it, chasing that dream for the money, you're going to compromise who you are as a person. Your morals, your integrity will be tested. It's going to be tested anyway. But if you let money be your driving force and your motivation, you will do some things that you probably would look back on and regret. So you got to be grounded, and God have some real people around you that's going to say, no, girlfriend. No. You going in the wrong way. Or God, whatever. Have people that's really going to love you, support you. You got to have a support team.
Yes.
You got to have a support. And sometimes your support team is not your blood.
Yeah.
It may not be your blood family. It may just be your friends.
You know?
It may be a stranger on the street. So you just got to be open to receive whatever God is sending you for support. And just, you know, I would say know the outlets that you have. Research your community and say, okay, I can go to this audition, I can do this, I can do that. Whatever opportunity comes your way, sometimes necessarily is not a good one, but really weed that out and try to find something that works for you. Because what works for me may not work for you. So you got to find out what works for you. But I say stay encouraged. And for me, I do a lot of praying.
Yeah.
Praying, and don't take, honestly, this is the biggest thing. Don't take life so serious. Don't take it so serious, and don't, you're going to get a lot of no's before you get a yes. But that doesn't mean that you're not good.
Wow.
It doesn't mean, that just means that was not for you. Because this, even with me, I have some artists that I submitted for. I really wanted my record, that they loved the record. It didn't make the album. But I said, God, if it's for me to be on this album, then make it happen. If it's not for me to be on this album, then it won't happen. And so, but the experience and the connection was already made. So I just say, you know, just stay encouraged and know what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This has
Thank
been
you
a
so
wonderful
much, Ty.
interview, and I just say you're always welcome here.
Thank you.
And we, as the Sir Ty Experience team, will support everything that you do.
Appreciate it.
And follow you and all that kind of stuff.
Yes,
So,
please follow me on Twitter at Eshe, ESHE, the number 2, the letter X, Grammy. Eshe 2-time Grammy, and that's also my Instagram. And I'm also on Facebook at Monsho Eshe, and that's MONTSHO. Eshe, ESHE. I also have an Eshe fan page. And, of course, my website, EsheAfrosoul.com. Yes.
You better drop. Okay, very good. Very good.
Yes, and I want to say your crew, amazing, pleasant, beautiful, beautiful people. And I just love the fact that they're all sisters doing their thing. Girl power.
Well, there you have it. Remember, the Sir Ty Experience. This is the place where dreams live.
Okay, my experience with Mr. Sir Ty was what? Amazing, amazing. He's fly, he's cute, very well put together. We love that. And he asked some great questions. And you know, like he said earlier, off when we weren't taping, we was talking about all kinds of stuff. So he has so much depth to him, you guys. So please support what he's doing. And I love him, and I'm coming back, and I hope you guys want me back, and I hope he wants me back, okay? Because I want to come back, okay? So, but thank you, Sir Ty. I love you.